My homework. It is a great tip this is the tip. Don't bring pets to school unless it's pet day. Or don't bring, if it's not your animal, don't bring it. And so I was walking down the sidewalk, same old day. I was bored, hadn't slept since 2 o'clock. I was just all tired and stuff. When a lizard stops up and says, down here, hey, Mr. Tolly, down here. I'm just looking around. That's strange. And I kept on going until he jumped on my shirt and pulled it. And he's like, down here, are you blind? And I'm like, oh, it's you. And I said, okay, what do you want? And he's like, can I go to school with you? I always wanted to learn math. And I was like, no, are you insane? It's not even pet day. My teacher give me extra homework, and I hate homework, to be truly honest. And so, because I'm sure I don't even know I'm there from in your backpack. And I said, that's true. So I unzipped my backpack, and then I continued down the road. When I bumped into a chipmunk, and the chipmunk looks up and says, can I go to school with you? I always wanted to learn math. And I'm like, whoa, I almost stepped on you there. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? And he's like, can I go to school with you? I always wanted to learn about this guy named Sir Edmund Hillary. And I'm just like, no. Once my friend Robert brought one, and he jumped off onto the teacher's chair and started nipping at her books. And I'm like, just don't unzip the backpack. She won't even know I'm there if you don't unzip it.
You're supposed to be a pig.
Fine. And so I unzipped it and put it in. And continued down the road when I bumped into a pig. And the pig says, can I go to school with you? I always wanted to learn about everything. Science, history, and lots of stuff. I want to be your friend. I want to meet the teacher. I want to meet all your friends. And I said, oh, whoa, slow down there. You talk like you're trying to talk the sun out of the sky. And I'm like, talk slow. And so he's like, I want to. And I'm like, not that slow. And he's like, okay, I want to go because I want to meet the teacher and to learn about everything there. And I'm like, no, you're too big, and you're humongous there. And he's like, can't we just try it for once? And I said, oh, fine, we'll try it. Or if it doesn't work, we'll try it 3 times. And so he unzipped it, opened it up, and pushed them in. And because he was so big, he got back out. And so I walked over to him and tried again. Pushed him in, and he went. And one more time. So I pushed him in and zipped it, and continued down the road when I bumped into a skunk. And the skunk said, can I go to school with you? I always wanted to learn about everything. I promise I won't spoil it in. I'm like, oh no, you're gonna make my backpack stink. And he's like, can we just try it, please? And I'm like, no. And he's like, come on, please, just once. I said, once. So I unzipped the backpack, and the pig went, so I put the skunk in, and stuffed the pig in, and zipped it back up. And continued. When I got to school, my teacher said, I need to see your backpack. It's almost 2nd trimester, and you have too much workout. And I said, can't you check tomorrow? Can you check my coat or my pockets? You can even put handcuffs on me. And she's like, no, I need it now. And so, oh, fine. And so I gave it to her. She unzipped it, and the pig went boom. the skunk sprayed right on her face. And the chipmunk started jumping on all the desks, saying, and the lizard started ripping all the books off the shelf, trying to figure out which one was about math. Saying, I like this one. No, I don't. I like this one. No, I don't. And so the vice principal and the principal came to help. Once everything was settled, the animals were in a row, and the teacher had washed her face. She said, I need your homework from last night. And so I said, okay. And so I checked all in my backpack, and it wasn't there. And so I turned to the animals and was like, oh, you pests, what'd you do with my homework? And they're like, and they all said, well, we were hungry, and none of us got breakfast, and we kind of traitors. And so I turned back to the teacher and said, the animals ate my homework. And then she's like, keep saying that. I'm like, I'm really gonna leave you this time. And I'm like, no, really, they ate it. Even ask them. And so she turned to the animals and said, did you eat his homework? And they said, no. Well, they didn't say anything. They act like normal animals. So she said, I'm not going to believe you this time. Like I'm really, and so I never got racist. The end.